Welcome back. We're back working on the Arvin next day. First thing I'm going to do is put a new power cord on. I have a power cord here that was, I just bought a bunch of them years ago. The price of these got so expensive. Used to be able to get them for a couple of bucks. Now they're almost $10. You want to get a one with the wide cord, and the way it's supposed to work is you have the I'm not sure if this is going to come out, but if you look on here, you'll see this end of the cord has a ridge to it, and this one's smooth. So the one with the smooth is the hot, and the one with the ridge is the neutral. And you're supposed to put the hot one on the switch here, and the neutral then goes to the rectifier tube. What this will do is make sure that when the radio's off, you're not going to have a hot chassis. So we'll do that, and then we'll do a measurement to prove that it came out okay. So let me unsolder. The old one. Try not to get in the way as much as I can. I use wick sometimes. Sometimes I use this solder puller, which is just a vacuum. And I know they have ones that you can actually, electronic, that's supposed to be really good, but I don't know if I can justify that. Okay, let's see if that works. Need a little more. Go. Going to clean that up a little bit too. Get the old wire out. Good. It's one other plug going in there, so I'll leave that there. And now we'll do this one. I think we're still on camera. This one's a little, it's not tricky, it's just lower down. Good. Excellent. That's out. One thing I want to mention is that when you use these, I'm filming, so I didn't do it, but I don't like to have these sitting on here on my desktop because any chance of it falling into the circuitry would be difficult to find out. So always better to keep the desk clean. Okay. So we said the ridge side is neutral. And the switch is smooth. I'm sorry, the hot is smooth. So let's put these up through here. Come on, there we go. This is the smooth, so it will go to the switch. And this one will go to the hot. I'm just looking at something. I'm used to seeing this go on a different tube. Let me check the schematic to make sure this is right. So according to this, the plug goes into pin 2. And it was actually in pin 1. I'll have to look at this a little more. Maybe this is why the radio didn't work. I don't know. Let me just look also, see if anything else is on pin 1. Could be a dead pin and it's connected to pin 2 somehow. Let me take a little gander at the details on the schematic, and I'll be back shortly. I am back. First time I've seen this. So normally I expect the main power to come into the 35Z5 rectifier, but it was going in the output tube. But what I see is it's going to the output tube and coming right back connected through an empty spot. So it was really just used as kind of a holding place. So it makes more sense now that it's working with the schematic. I did attach them here. I like to use zip ties to make sure these aren't pulled out. Nice and tight. And I'll do another one on the top as well. This will prevent any potential issues if somebody pulls on the cord. Not as smart as I thought it was. Used to be a little tighter. Okay, good, that's it. So now let's see if we can run the test. I just want to set up my multimeter so we can verify that everything I've done is correct and we no longer have a hot chassis. All right, I'm all set up for my test now. I have the negative set to the B minus. The first test is to check to see if the narrow blade on the power switch get a reading of open, which I'm expecting. Now when I go to the neutral switch, I'm expecting around 123 or so. That's what I'm getting, 123.3, so that's perfect. And the final test is, we can do this, but we're going to get 0 open because the switch is off. So now when we turn the switch on, let me do it so you can see, 123 and change also. So that's good. So now we're running with a safe radio that we're not going to shock ourselves. Next step is to start replacing the capacitors. I'll get all set up for that. Okay, we're back. All the paper capacitors have been replaced, 5 of them. You can see here the old ones. I'll throw those out. I should note when I do make these changes, I try and put a little shrink wrap on it just to prevent any wires from touching. I like to make an attempt to keep the labels on top, so if anyone has to repair it in the future, it's a little easier for them to read. So it was probably about half hour, 40 minutes to do those 6 capacitors. Now I'll replace the 3 electrolytics. You don't need to see me do that as well, but I'll show you the result once I'm done. Okay, welcome back. Got rid of the electrolytic capacitors. So what must have happened is this is a 3-piece set, which is what the schematic said, but one must have gone bad over time, and I replaced it with this one on the other side. So I replaced them here, here, and here. And now we can actually try to see if the radio is working. We'll do this live. There's not an antenna or anything, but we'll just see if we get a sound. There's no light on the radio either, so I can't tell. No pilot light. So I'm going to turn on my isolation transformer. Make sure the radio's off. I'm going to turn on a variac, but I'm only going to have it go to about 45 volts. They are on. Let me turn the light off just to see if we see some tubes glowing. I didn't even test the tubes at all. I didn't test the resistors yet. I just wanted to do this one piece first. Don't hear anything. It's drawing amperage and some energy, but no power yet. Oh, the tube's starting to glow. I have my computer screen here, so there's still too much light. Up to 75 volts. No sound yet. $83. I'm not getting any power on the wattage yet, so something's not right. But let me just go up to 117. Oh, I am getting power now on the wattage. It is drawing amperage, although very low current. All right. Wasn't as easy as I would hope, but it's not a problem. We'll be able to diagnose this without a problem, but that is for another day. Thank you for joining, and the next chapter will be diagnosing the problems. Thanks again.